I'm going to try something a little different in this episode. No fancy intro, and what I believe will be a very brief episode. The title, Are You Transmitting? I was recently browsing through some of the materials found in a book that was given to me as a gift from a coach that I have hired to help me with some different areas of my life. And I wanted to read to you a quote that I transcribed out of this book. It says, when you transmit all that you receive, enriched and multiplied by your own creative genius, you demonstrate your mastery and understanding of the game of life, which is to always give more than you receive. The first question I have in my outline here is, are you transmitting what you receive? Quite simply, what did you learn from a recent failed attempt at reaching your goal? Are you transmitting that information to benefit others from what you've learned? Or what was the number one insight that you received from the most recent book that you've read? Are you transmitting? Are you sharing with others? You don't have to do an entire book report. You don't even have to tell other people about the name of the book, the author, or anything. Can you simply transmit that insight to others? But wait, you might be thinking, what if I'm not the person who came up with the insight? That question reminds me of something that Mark Twain once said. He said, there is no such thing as a new idea. It's impossible. We simply take a lot of old ideas and put them into some sort of mental kaleidoscope. We give them a turn and they make new and curious combinations. We keep on turning and making new combinations indefinitely. But they are all the same old pieces of colored glass that have been in use throughout all the ages. You see, this isn't just about transmitting what you receive. No, this is transmitting what you receive, enriched and multiplied by your own creative genius. Can you take that insight and just simply tell a story of how this insight has shown up in your own experience of life? Can you share how this insight shows up as a key piece of the puzzle in the plan that you are building to create an outcome in a new goal that you're going after in life? You see, it's great and wonderful that you are experiencing learning. You are experiencing new puzzle pieces in the plans of putting your objectives together and achieving great things. But the question, are you transmitting what you receive? Now, it says that if you are transmitting what you receive, enriched and multiplied by your own creative genius, then you are demonstrating your own mastery and understanding of the game of life. As I thought about this phrase, I recognize this isn't about me demonstrating my mastery and understanding of the game of life to impress others. It's a demonstration to myself. This is about gaining a deeper discovery of who I am and why I am here. In fact, I love the phrase because it says it is a deeper mastery and understanding of what? The game of life. I have found myself over the past year and a half, 2 years, coming to understand and describe life as a game. It is a choose your own adventure game. And I'm not going to go into depth on what all of that means here in this episode. But certainly this phrase resonated with me as I was going through it, demonstrating your mastery and understanding of the game of life. And then it says, game of life. What is the game of life? And it says, which is to always give more than you receive. And of course, that immediately reminded me of a phrase from the Bible that says, for everyone who has more will be given, and he will have an abundance. The great news about insights, a thought, is that you can receive it and then transmit that thought enriched and multiplied by your own creative genius and give it away to the world. Transmit it to the world. And you still have that insight. In fact, that insight is greater for yourself than it was previously because you have multiplied it with your own creative genius, and therefore you have received the original insight, turned it into more. You get to continue to benefit from that for the rest of your life, even though you have transmitted it to the world and given it away, so that everyone now has that who receives what you've transmitted. So the point of this podcast episode, what I felt inspired in my heart to ask you, are you transmitting what you are receiving?
Mindset, answer man.